Now, President Muhammadu Buhari says a multi-party democracy is the best system of government, and he wonders why some African countries are still descending into the abyss of unconstitutional change of government. The president, who played host to a delegation of the Universal Peace Federation in Abuja, wondered why African countries are still adopting unconstitutional change of government. He talked about his experience with both military and civilian rule, insisting multi-party democracy is the best. He expressed concern about the problems in the Sahel belt of the continent that affects both agriculture and businesses negatively. At the Abuja Summit, President Buhari will be given the Leadership and Good Governance Award as an appreciation of his anti-corruption credentials. And from the nation's capital, where the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, says there is no plan to postpone the general election. He says the timetable for the election stands as the commission presents a clean voter register of 93,469,008 intending voters to political parties in Abuja. TVC News senior correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
Section 10, subsection 6 of the newly enacted Electoral Act mandates INEC to present a clean register of would-be voters to political parties well ahead of any election.
So I present this to your party. Bros, take it easy now.
It is in fulfillment of this provision that INEC is meeting with representatives of political parties. Nigeria now has 93,469,008 registered voters. Lagos State takes the lead with 7,060,195, and it is followed by Kano with 5,921,370, while Kaduna is just behind with 4,335,208 registered voters. In the last 48 hours, INEC has been at the center of discussions regarding its fears that rising insecurity may compel a shift in the 2023 general election, which is about 6 weeks away. This has generated widespread reactions, even from the government of the day, which insists nothing will jeopardize the elections.
The repeated assurance by the security agencies for the adequate protection of personnel, materials, and processes also reinforces our determination to proceed. The 2023 general election will hold as scheduled.
The political parties applaud the efforts of the Commission so far and promise their continued support towards achieving set goals.
Political parties are resolved to ensure that we cooperate with the Commission to ensure that the Commission have a smooth and successful election.
We've been campaigning for the past almost 1 year now. And we have set target of election coming on the 25th of February for the first one, second one on the 11th of March. So it's a welcome development, and we are excited that INEC keeps the timetables.
The situation in Anambra was tensed, but the Commission went ahead with the cooperation of other political parties and then held the election. The atmosphere now is more peaceful than what we had during the Anambra governorship election. So there's no reason whatsoever why the election will not hold.
The coast is getting clearer, with 11 out of the 14 scheduled activities of INEC for the 2023 elections now executed. Nigeria now has over 93 million registered voters as attention shifts to PVC collection, which is slated to end on the 22nd of this month. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Abuja.
National Drug Law Enforcement Agency on Wednesday confirmed that 4 of its officers were injured in Awolowo Road Ikoyi attack in Lagos State. The agency's spokesman, Femi Babafemi, said suspected fake security agents who accompanied the truck of cannabis opened fire at their operatives. He said they recovered the truck and the drugs with the intervention of the military men situated at the nearby hospital.
Report says some of your men sustained injuries in the gun duel. Can you give us more details on what transpired? Hope these injuries are not life-threatening, and if you can also confirm for us the number of victims.
Yeah, basically, we had an intelligence 2 months ago that there was going to be a shipment into the country of this particular variant of cannabis. And since then, we've been monitoring the development. And just on Monday night at about 9:45 p.m., there was also a reconfirmation of that intelligence that indeed the consignment were being loaded into a truck at a jetty in Victoria Island, Lagos. And our mayor moved onto the field right immediately to lay ambush for the truck. And just at about past midnight, or there about 1 a.m. in the early hours of Tuesday, the team along Awolowo Road in Ikoyi actually intercepted the truck while on its way. And they flagged the truck down, but the truck failed to stop. And thereafter, they overtook the truck and blocked it with a view to getting it halted. And thereafter, some suspected fake security agents who were in another vehicle came out and ordered the truck driver to overrun our men and their vehicle, which they actually attempted. And that was why, if you would have seen, the operational vehicle of our men was badly damaged. And it was in the course of that these suspected fake security agents actually fired shots at our men. And fortunately, that also attracted soldiers from the nearby military hospital who came to reinforce our men. But prior to the arrival of the military men, our officers involved in that operation had also called for reinforcement from the state headquarters of the agency. And this reinforcement came almost immediately. So with a combination of the military men on the side of our men, along with the reinforcement, these elements actually got the drug suspects into their own vehicle and escaped from the scene. So that was how we were able to successfully recover the drugs and the truck back to our office.
All right. I asked earlier, hope the injuries are not life-threatening, and how many victims, how many of your men were injured?
We actually have about 4 of them who are being taken care of at the moment.
All right. So this is not the first time your men have come under this kind of attack, especially in Lagos. The last one took place 10 months ago. How is the NDLEA handling the pattern of resistance and audacity by people we can call daredevils?
Yes. Globally, the fight or the war against drug trafficking, globally, it's a dangerous one. And that's why all drug enforcement agencies across the world try as much as possible to work along with other stakeholders with a view to getting the support and cooperation of these relevant stakeholders, in addition to their own strong firepower. And in this case, the agency, the NDLEA of today, is far better than what used to be. And that's why our men, if it were to be some years ago, it would probably have been possible for these elements to get away with what they have done. But then the fact that the officers of the agency had confidence and they were able to stand their ground to withstand these rogue elements who ordinarily, that's why we call them suspected fake security agents.
NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi earlier on TVC News.